Hey, welcome back to Random Thoughts. This is Proteus Chris, and today I am doing some DoorDash around the town I live in because my daughter has school and my wife has to work, so I have to work more local. I am currently on a DoorDash order from Burger King. Going to run this up to the customer. I'm not sure how the signal's going to be. They are pretty out there on this one, so I might lose signal. But I was going to hop in because I want to talk about an order I had yesterday. I did the same thing yesterday. That's why I wasn't on really that much.
Take the next right onto North Main Street.
Check out my Constitution reading videos, my shorts.
Continue on North Main Street for 1.5 miles.
We'll enjoy those. But anyway, I had an order from Taco Bell yesterday. I went in to pick it up, and somebody stole it. Somebody came in and pretended to be the DoorDash driver to pick up the order. Apparently, we're having an issue with that in this area because that's the third time that has happened over here. That I had went to pick up an order, and somebody had already picked it up pretending to be the DoorDash driver. Now, I asked the customer if somebody had already delivered, and no. So it wasn't like they sent it out twice. Whoever took it just kept it. And it seems to be something that's happening around here locally more often. I hate that. That gives us drivers a bad name. We're doing our best to try to provide a service to people. We don't need this kind of thing to hang over our heads. I mean, it is just wrong to be stealing people's orders anyway. If you want some food, order some food. Don't steal other people's food. I'm just against stealing people's food. Just seems wrong. Unless it's your spouse or your kid, nobody should be stealing your food. And that's between your spouse and your kid. But I don't know. That was just something that happened yesterday, and that's just, I don't know. These people, it just amazes me how much people just steal stuff. But anyway, today is going to be an interesting day. I have to say that what happened in court with Donald Trump yesterday was also kind of a problem with D. Pecker, or David Pecker. Honestly, you can't make up a name like that, right? I mean, really? David Pecker. That seems just wrong. Anyway, this guy laid out how they were doing the catch and kill
in a quarter mile. Turn left onto the ramp to Martinsville.
To kill stories about Donald Trump and apparently some other high-name perverts.
Turn.
If this was me, you, or anybody else,
continue on US 58 for 5 miles.
We'd already be in an orange jumpsuit in a prison cell. I mean, that's just a fact. There's no way attacking a judge's daughter or constantly going after the daughter. And I mean, we're just in the bottom tier. It's just special treatment. I mean, there's no way regular people would not have already been put in a jail cell with this guy. Or like, well, what this guy's doing. I mean, he is getting away with things that we could even dream about. It's just frustrating to see, and it's also very upsetting to see how fluffy of child gloves and getting away with things that nobody else would have gotten away with. there's no way that me, you, or anybody that works for a living would get away with what he's gotten away with. This guy, I mean, it's just, and it's not even political, really. He is one of the elite class, and therefore he is. I mean, yeah, delicate's probably a better word, but he would definitely. He's just getting a pass after pass after pass after pass, and it's not right. He shouldn't be getting this special treatment. And it's just not right. And what it does is it makes our justice system look like a joke. If these judges will not enforce the law against this man, it shows that we do not have equal justice in this country. It's always been a lie. It's always been a myth. And the joke's on us, unfortunately. It just shows how corrupt everything is, and it's very frustrating. Justice is supposed to be blind. It's not supposed to be able to tell. It's supposed to be equal across the board, from the poorest person in the country to the president himself. It's supposed to be held accountable for crimes. Now, I get that presidential immunity applies to the actions taken in the line of the job. As a president, they have to be able to do some things that are bad and horrible. That's understandable. This had nothing to do with that. But what Trump did had nothing to do with his job as president when he was president. It had absolutely nothing to do with any of that. It's insane. But yeah, I hope they hold him accountable today. But more than likely, he'll get a fine today of probably some thousands of dollars, which doesn't mean anything because he's just going to use his supporters' money to pay it. He won't use his own; he'll use theirs, and the RNC, he'll use their money. But he's not going to be facing any actual accountability if they do not put him in a jail cell. If they just put him in for a couple hours, I think I'd be fine with it. At least. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that if that man was ever put into a cell, he would not be able to deal with it. This is a very out there delivery today. Just to get off the former topic. Here's an old abandoned historic. Somebody should probably maybe restore that and make it a monument or something. It's these guys. I never know if I'm putting it in the right place because
your destination is on the right.
Their actual directions are not good. Back in. Up on the hill here. You might even see a couple of deer run through the woods while I drop this thing off because there's absolutely no internet here. Let me put this in what I think is the right spot. Oh, well, internet here is iffy. Well, I'm going to have to drive back a bit to get strong enough signal to complete the order. Well, if I can get some signal. Doing the broadcast from this area. I prefer to do it on the interstate where there's a little better signal. Well, it still won't let me. I'll have to pull someplace where I can get this thing. It's just... Okay, there. Well, it's not letting me complete the order, so I'm trying to. Trying to complete the order. And complete. Confirm. Because they're at the middle of nowhere and they don't want to pay a tip. They usually don't. If anybody's wondering how this is sending it out signal and you're getting some of the video, even though there was almost no signal, the way this software I use does this is it records it on my phone and then it uploads it when signal becomes available. That's the nice thing about this Prism Live software. It does give you that. It continues to record even though it won't always go through in actual live. So you're probably going to end up with a big, long delay from what you're seeing and what I'm seeing on my side. That's most likely what's going to happen. Well, it'll happen a lot. There's going to be a delay when the signal drops. But it does upload the whole thing, so... That's something to keep in mind for this. But yeah, I'm almost done with this run. I think I'm outside of the zone. I think as soon as I get back in the zone, it's going to end on me. Then I'll head back home and wait till the next round of orders, or at least the next scheduled time. That's the thing I don't like about DoorDash is they make you schedule the time unless you can manage to meet their criteria to unlock that dash anytime, which is a pain in the butt. I don't know why they do that. I guess they have enough drivers, they don't have to worry about it. They got so many drivers now, they try to weed them out, make everybody compete for time slots. Oh, got one. Got one more. Okay, it's saying that this order is ready. It actually puts its own logo into the video, so you'll see those. I think it puts it at the end of the video when I finish streaming. But coming up on the exit 52. If you're any kind of comic book fan, the number 52 actually means something. That was a big story arc they did in DC Comics for like a year, but that becomes a lot of different things. They had 52 universes, 52. It was a bunch of stuff. They went back to eventually doing the full-on multiverse, infinite multiverse, but at one time it's just 52 universes. But one thing I like about Uber Eats and Grubhub over DoorDash is that you don't have to have that criteria for the dash anytime. You can just turn it on and do it. Now, there might be something with Grubhub later. I'm new on that one, so we'll see. But right now, I like it. I wished I could get more orders down this way, but unfortunately, Grubhub only works. The closest zone they have that works here is up in Blacksburg. Nobody here knows they can use Uber Eats, which is frustrating. Very few people know they can use Instacart. Instacart works here too. They don't know about that, apparently. Instacart's pay is decent sometimes. Sometimes it sucks. But they do... one thing I don't like about Instacart is they will batch shopping orders together, and you got to try to keep them segregated in one shopping cart while you're doing it, which is extremely hard to do, and it's a pain in the butt. I've had to do that the other day, and oh my dear Lord, that was a pain. Okay, coming up on Aunt B's. Here's a jogger. Buddy, keep it up. I'm rooting for you. Now, I will say, Sunday in Blacksburg, I did 40 Uber Eats orders in 4 hours. And had less than 30 miles traveled. Because most of the orders were very short distances. Oh, about the Instacart orders that are put together, they can batch as many as 3. And trying to keep 3 orders separated in one shopping cart, yeah, doesn't seem like a good thing. Seems like something that would be, well, very complicated, far more than it should be. I don't care if this is drive-through parking. I'm going in and getting an order coming out, so I'll pull here so you guys can have some scenery while I run in and grab the order. I'll be right back. Enjoy the view. Okay, I am back. We got the order. And let's see. Go ahead and confirm pickup. And this is actually heading back to the house. This works out really well. Okay. Yeah, the GPS one is wanting to send me on a back road for no apparent reason. Okay. It does that. You gotta watch the GPS. It does not always send you on the best road.
In 400 feet, turn right after Burger King on the right. At the light, turn right onto US 221 South, West Stewart Drive. Continue on US 221 South for 5 miles.
Gotta watch my speed. They are out in force this week. I have seen people pulled over all over the place. There's our veteran of foreign wars. This will probably, I think, my last one. I think I was scheduled to run till 10, and this one gets me there 1 minute after 10. And I'm running on the hour with this, so getting $12 an hour plus tips. The orders are pretty much more or less back to back. So I ran for an hour. I'm going to make close to 20. What is it? I'm going to get over $20 total on this one. So it's not too bad. I mostly do the DoorDash during these 3 days to pay for gas and food when I'm running up in Blacksburg, where I make money to pay the bills. So you know, get up there. I have been toying with the idea of doing Lyft. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I'll probably create the account. Whether I actually take any offers from them or not, it'll be debatable. They have to offer me something pretty good for me to consider it. That's all I can say. Like the one girl that got the $700 for one trip. Yeah, I'll do that. And that one I'll do. I don't think that'll be. I mean, it took her all day to do it, but that's fine. So, DoorDash is pretty good. If you're doing by the hour, you definitely need to track your time, so you can you got to pay attention to your times on the order. You have a pickup time, you need to make sure you get as close to that as you can, and you definitely want to be earlier than the drop-off time. Those are the two things you got to watch when you're doing it by the hour. But you can also there's apps you can download that will do like the taxi fare. You put the amount you make by the hour, and then it'll calculate your pay, so you'll know what your base pay is going to be, which is what I usually track. Or you could just plain run a stopwatch that comes on any phone. So you just start your stopwatch and you can track your time. I would recommend doing that if you're going to do it. That way you can kind of get an idea where you're at. I've got to turn on to Breezy Ridge here in a minute. Well, about 2 minutes. looking to get a new vehicle for my wife. She actually started looking at an all-electric vehicle, which was surprising to me. She's been resistant to those up till this point, but there's one that's caught her eye. I don't know if she'll do it or not, but we'll keep an eye on it and look at it. The one she's looking at can get 300 miles to a charge. Has a pretty good sized battery in it, 87 kilowatt hour battery. At our house, that would be about a 10. With hers, if we went within a mile to work. Those big trucks.
Continue on Breezy Ridge Road for 3/4 of a mile.
For some reason. Okay, we're almost there.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Glenmont Road, Oak Street.
Okay, we're coming up on Glenmont. I think it's...
Your destination is on the right.
Well, they just want me to knock on the door and leave it. I can do that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It says knock on the door. There's like 3 doors. I don't know which one to leave it. Well, hopefully I put that at the right door. It's always challenging when there's more than one door and they say leave it at the door. Wait a minute here. Or a few minutes anyway. Get this rounded off. One of the ways I also pad the time a little bit, I kind of don't complete the order right away or anything. Which I saw this customer come out and get it before I left. So I ain't worried about this order being messed up or stolen or anything like that. I mean, I'll go past the time limit, and once it says your notification that you're close, you only have 5 minutes, and then it's going to start sending you messages asking, hey, are you okay? So you don't want to go past that if you can avoid it. So yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. I'm watching my time click by, and I am hitting okay. I got where I wanted on this delivery, so I will complete, confirm, and I got what I wanted. And sped up, slowed down, braked, that sort of thing. Well, actually, they did the sped up and braking. That's what they're tracking. And now they'll send you information on the breakdown of how you've been driving. So that seems a bit, well, this information they're already tracking, so it's not like, you know, they're just sharing it with you instead of sharing it with, say, your insurance company. So it's something that driving, I suppose. I mean, I don't usually have any hard braking in this vehicle because of the way the braking system is set up. Don't need to. But with acceleration, I think every now and then I've had to accelerate a little bit just to get, well, just the way people drive. I mean, you don't have a choice but to shotgun it if you're going to get out in some places. I had one anyway. And right there, I had to go a little fast to get out on the road because of, well, if you don't, you ain't getting out. But it's turned off, so it's not tracking me anymore. And there's a fellow Jeep driver. Head home and take a little bit of a break. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my random crazy thoughts. So I'm sorry about the dead deer on the side of the road. Ugh. But anyway, I'll try to be back on tomorrow, and we'll have some more random craziness. You guys have a good day. Love y'all.